Hello all, myself Dr. Shanti Verma. In today's tutorial, I want to discuss about conditional and control statements in Python programming language. Let's first discuss the learning objectives of this tutorial. At the end of this session, you are able to understand different types of conditional statements in Python. You are also able to develop program based on some conditional statements in Python. Understand different control statements in Python. Control statements are also called as loops. And you are able to develop some real life use cases based on the control statements in Python programming language. Let's first discuss the conditional statements. The conditional statements are basically used for the decision making purpose. So if you want to take any decision, you can use the conditional statements in Python programming language. The basic decision statements in computer is a selection structure, means either this condition is true or condition is false. And decision is described to a computer as a conditional statement that can be answered with the help of true or false statement. Python language provides the different types of conditional or decision making statements that are if statement, if else statement, if elif else statement, and the nested if else statement. Let's discuss all these types of control conditional statements in detail. Let's first discuss the if statement. If statement is a decision making statement and it is used to control the flow of execution of the statements, and it is used to test logically whether the condition is true or a false. It should be noted that in if condition only one condition is checked at a time, and if you want to use a two condition or three condition at the same time, you have to use a different types of and or not operators with the conditions. The syntax for the if statement is a if, then condition and colon sign. This colon sign self indented your code and provide you a space where you can write the true condition. You can see in the flow chart that this if condition is true, then it executes the conditional code, and if the condition is false, it stops the this if condition and print the statements that lies outside the if statement. Let's take one example. Here, if the value is less than equals to 10, it prints the condition is true. So let's first take a number with the help of user, and this input function gives you returns you a string. So you have to typecast it with the help of the int function. The condition is if I is less than equals to 10, it prints the condition is true. In the output, you can see that I enter a number 9 and it prints the condition is true. The second conditional statement is a if else statement. In if else statement, there are two bodies, means the true body and the false bodies. Both bodies are there. The if statement is basically a alternative execution in which there are two possibilities, and the condition determines which one gets executed. The syntax for same is if text expression or if condition, then colon sign, the body of it means the true part, and else then the false part or the body of the else statement. In the flowchart, you can see that there is a one test expression. If the condition is true, then the body of if part is executed, and if the condition is false, the body of else part is executed. Now let's take one example of if else, where you have to check the number given by user is a even number or odd number. So first let's take a number from the user, and the condition for the checking number is even is if the number modulo 2 is double equals to 0, the number is even, then print given number is even, or else print given number is odd. I enter a number 9 and you can see the output, it prints the given number is a odd number. Now let's take example of elif statement. Elif is basically a keyword that is used in the Python with the help of with the replacement of the else if, and this is called the change conditional statement. The change condition allowed than two possibilities and need more than two branches. So the syntax for same is if condition, the body of if, and the elif means the second condition, the body of elif, and else the body of else. Let's see the flow chart of the elif condition. You can see if the condition 1 is true, the a code of block 1 is executed, and if false, the it check the condition 2 is true or not. If true, the condition 2 block is executed, and if the condition 2 is false, it check the condition 3. If it's true, it executes the code block of 3, or else it ends the is executes the else statement. Now let's take one example that shows the elif conditions usability. In this program, I have to check the largest number among the three numbers entered by user. So first, let's take three numbers, number 1, number 2, and number 3 from user, and check the condition with the help of the AND operator. That is, if number 1 is greater than number 2 and also the number 1 is greater than number 3, it prints the number 1 is greater. And elif, it check the number 2 is greater than number 1 and number 2 is greater than number 3, it prints the number 2 is greater, and else number 3 is greater. So in the output you can see that I enter a number, first number 10, second number 25, and third number is 15. It prints the 25 means number 2 is greater. So if is the first if condition is false, then it checks for the second if condition, and it found that it is true and print that number 2 is a greater. Now let's discuss the nested if else statements in Python. We can write an entire if else statement in another if else statement called nesting, and the statement is called the nested if statement. In a nested if construct, you can have an if elif else construct inside the if elif else construct. So the condition 1 inside the another condition. Let's check the syntax first. In the nested if expression 1 is true, then it checks the if expression 2 is true, then print the statement 1, else print the statement 2, and if expression 2 is false, then it prints the statement 3. Now let's take one example for demonstrating the nested if. Here you can see that if the age of a user is less than equals to 15, then he is able to play a game, either it's a cricket or it's a kabaddi. And if the age is less than equals to 15, then it's greater than 15, then it means that the user don't play any game. In that case, you can see that if n is less than equals to 15, then it's again check if n equals to 10, means if the user age is 10, then it prints it's play cricket, else play kabaddi. And if the first condition, that is n less than equals to 15, is false, then it prints don't play a game. You can see in the output that if I enter a number 10, it prints the play cricket. Now let's discuss the control statements. That is a looping statement in Python. You can know that the looping statements are used when you have to do a repetitive task. If you have to do, for example, if you want to enter a 10 number, then you have to write a print statement 10 times. So this is not effective code. So in that case, you have to use a loop for entering a 10 number from the user. These program statements are executed sequentially and one after another. And these are repetitive program codes, and the computer has to perform a complete task. And these are the following types of the Python control statements, like a while statement, for statement, and the nested loop statements. Now let's discuss first the while loop. A while loop statement in Python programming language repetitively executes target statements as long as a given condition is true. So the syntax of while loop is while condition and colon sign, and then the statement you want to execute if the condition is true. In the figure you can see that if the condition is true, then the body of while loop is executed and again check for the next condition, and if false, then it's exit from the loop. Now let's discuss a program to find the sum of a number. Let's take a one number that range, that is a number equals to int input enter a number, and for storing a sum value, I declare a one global variable sum equals to 0, and I check while num is greater than 0, then it's a sum equals to sum plus number, and I decrement the loop, that is the number equals to number minus 1, and print the sum is the sum. In that case, if I enter a number 10, you can see that it prints the sum is 55. So 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 up to 1 is value is 55. Now let's discuss the else statement with the help of in the while loops. You can also use the else statement in the while loop, as you can see in the if else statement. So if the while condition is not true, then you can also print a one statement with the help of the else. You can see in the program that if counter is less than 3, then it goes inside the loop and print the inside loop, and if the value is greater than 3, then it prints outside loop. So if I increment, then the first the value is the counter value is 0, then 1, then 2. In all three cases, it prints inside loop, and when the value is 3, means the counter is not less than 3, it prints the outside loop. Now let's discuss the for loop. The for loop is another repetitive control structure, and that is used to execute a set of instruction repeatedly until the condition becomes the false. And this loops in the Python is used to iterate over a sequence like sequence of data structures like list, tuples, or strings, or another iterable objects. And iterating over a sequence is called also a traversal. The syntax for loop is for value in sequence, colon sign, and the body of the for loop means the true part. In the flow chart, you can see that if the last item reached and the condition is false, then it's exit from the loop, otherwise it executes the body of the for loop. Let's take a one program where you have to sum the additions of the numbers available in the list. Let's first declare a one list, that is numbers, and now let's declare one global variable sum to store the sum value. For value in numbers means you have to iterate the loops in a list, and sum equals to sum plus value. In that case, it takes a one value from a list and add in the sum variable and print the sum. You can see in the output the sum value is 37. Now let's discuss a for loop and for loop with the else. In that case, let's take a first example where I have declared a one list with the three strings, that is pop, rock, and jazz, and I iterate a one loop for I in range length of gender. Here length of gender is 3, so iterate this loop 3 times and print I like genre of I. So first is the I value is 0, then 1, and then 2. It gives I like pop, I like rock, and I like jazz. In the second case, you can see that I use a else statement with the false, with the for loop, and in if this for condition is true, means the item not found in the for loop, it prints the else statement, that is no items left. In this tutorial, we are discussing different types of controls statements and the conditional statements in Python. For more learning, you can refer these references. Thank you.